I've never been the best Christian. Sure, I believe in God, but church every Sunday, not really my thing. Easter, Christmas Mass maybe, and yeah, once in a blue moon you might catch me on Ash Wednesday with a smudge on my forehead. But that was before a drunk driver decided my Honda should be half the size it used to be. The details of the crash are fuzzy, lost somewhere in a blur of screeching tires and flashing lights. What I do remember is waking up, or rather, what happened when I didn't. 6 minutes, that's how long I was dead. And this is what I saw. I was driving down Roosevelt Avenue, waiting for the light to change, minding my own business. Then bam. The weight shifted, everything turned black, and that was it. When I saw the light at the end of a dark tunnel, I realized what had happened. I died. But here's the thing, there wasn't any fear. No dread. I felt ready. I mean, I wasn't perfect, but I was good enough. I treated people kindly. I loved my family. I wasn't afraid to step into that light because I believed that this was it. The end of the road, the part where everything gets better. So I walked into the light. And then, I was somewhere else. I had a body again. I could feel cool air on my skin, wearing loose, soft clothes, like a second skin. My old scars and marks were gone. My arms smooth like they'd never seen a day of hard work. If I could have found a mirror, I'm sure I'd have seen a version of me years younger back when life was simpler. You'd done checking yourself out of voice interrupted. It was strange, not like what you'd expect from the afterlife too. Normal. Sorry, I stammered, still adjusting. It's just a lot. The voice laughed. No worries, happens to all of us. I turned, and there he was, a silhouette against the light. As my eyes adjusted, I saw him more clearly, loose-fitting white clothes like mine, but with a dark purple faux hawk and face piercings. Honestly, he looked like he'd walked straight out of a Fall Out Boy concert, circa 2005. Daniel, he introduced himself. I couldn't help but laugh. You're quoting that old Verizon commercial, aren't you? He sighed. Yeah, my sense of humor's a bit outdated. Time's weird here. Heaven, I asked. Yeah, sure, let's call it that. I looked around. Nothing. Just endless white, stretching out as far as I could see. So, Daniel, if this is heaven, where the hell is everything? He gave me a sad look. It's not what you think. I wanted to ask what he meant, but before I could, it happened. I felt a sudden lurch, like being dropped on a roller coaster, and the next thing I knew, we were standing in front of a massive gate. White pillars shot up into the sky, so tall I couldn't see their tops. Between them were walls, huge slabs of marble, towering into the heavens. And then, I saw it. A light, brighter than anything I'd ever seen, shining from the top of the gate. It grew stronger, more intense, as something began to descend. What's that? I asked, pointing toward the light. Daniel's face paled. Don't look at it too long. Too late. The light was almost blinding, and within it, I could make out shapes, wings. So many wings. A body that was human, but its head no heads. A lion's face, but then an ox's head. Wait, was that a beak? And a human mouth beneath it. My mind couldn't make sense of it. Don't be afraid, the creature's voice boomed, shaking me to my core. But I was afraid. My brain was scrambling, trying to make sense of this thing. And then, the strangest thing happened. I couldn't think. It was as if the more I stared, the more my mind unraveled. My memories, my sense of self, it all began slipping away, the creature's light burning into me. Look away, Daniel hissed, pulling my face down toward the ground. I snapped back into reality, breathless and confused. What was that? Daniel spoke, his voice a mix of fear and weariness. That's one of the guards. You're lucky we didn't run into more of them. Guards, I managed, still shaking. I thought they were angels. He laughed bitterly. Oh, they're angels, all right, but they're not here to greet you with open arms. The walls loomed above us, imposing and inescapable. I looked at Daniel, confused, desperate for answers. He sighed deeply, his voice low. You don't get it yet, do you? These aren't the gates to paradise. This isn't the heaven you learned about in Sunday school. I froze, a cold realization creeping over me. These are the walls of a prison, Daniel whispered, his voice heavy with dread. And those angels? They're not here to serve God, they're here to keep us in. I stood there, staring at the endless walls, feeling the weight of those words settle in. I thought I'd been ready to meet my maker, but now I wasn't so sure. Whatever this place was, it wasn't the heaven I'd imagined. It was something far, far worse.